to talk about some things that INFPs can do to relieve sadness. Because of the way that our brains work, a lot of times, many INFPs, like, we're very in tune with our emotions. We live in our emotions and we are motivated by our emotions more than the average person. So, this means that it's really easy for us to feel happy. Like, we see something cute or funny and it just triggers this instant happiness. But the opposite is also true because we're so in tune with our emotions. When we see or hear something that's sad, we feel really, really sad. And, we live in a world where there's a lot of sad things that happen. There's crime, violence, all of that. So, like, all you have to do is watch the news for 5 seconds and you'll start to feel a little sad. So, seeing as we're INFPs who live in this world that's full of a lot of sad triggers, what are some things that we can do to pump up the happiness? Well, I have, I think a few, 4 or 5 suggestions, and they might not work for everyone. These are just things that work for me. Um, so if you have more than these, please feel free to, offer them. So the first thing I like to do is when I'm really bad off, I'll write a list of maybe like 5 or 6, usually no more than 8, because that would be too much, about like maybe 8 people who I love and appreciate. And then next to their name, I'll write something, an idea of how I can make them happy. Like, what small thing can I do for them that'll just brighten their day a little bit. And then I try and do those throughout the week. Um, for example, some small things like, so a lot of times I'll do this because I love food. I'll think, okay, what's this person's favorite food or favorite snack? And then just, surprise them with their favorite snack. And it's a really small thing. It doesn't cost a lot of money, but people get so happy when you bring them randomly just their favorite snack. And it makes them feel like valued and appreciated. And when you see their face light up, it makes you light up on the inside. So happiness all around. Um, Secondly, um, and this one is really weird, but for some reason it works for me. I don't know if it'll work for other people, but you can try it. I'm a writer, so I will write a funny poem that kind of makes fun of myself, or a short story that kind of makes fun of the way that I am. Um, yeah, for some reason, that makes me happy. It's sort of like, and I think I've heard other INFPs say this, it's sort of like when you have a really good friend and they kind of tease you a little bit about the way you are. Not in a mean way, not in a laughing at you way, but in sort of like, oh, you're so adorable. You do this. This is what you do. And you kind of talk about how your goofy, not mannerisms, that's not the right word, habits, your goofy habits are. And you start to realize, oh, that is kind of silly. I do that. And it's not that they're picking on you, they're just pointing out that it's adorably funny. And for some reason, that really makes me like laugh. It makes me feel a little bit lighter. Like I realize, you know what, I am kind of ridiculous. And it just makes the world feel like more balanced. I don't know why, but it works. So instead of, trying to get a friend to do that, sometimes I will take it upon myself to, I guess, poke fun at myself a little bit by writing a short story about some of my silly habits or a poem about them. Or like maybe you're an artist, you could draw like a caricature. I don't know if I said that right. Or like a drawing or something that kind of, not in a mean way, but in a just cute way that pokes fun at some of your habits. This is sounding bad as I'm saying it, but it's not really bad. Oh, I wish I could explain what I meant better. But anyway, the third thing, moving on, is really simple, and you probably do this already, but to listen to your favorite songs for like at least an hour. Just take some time, get away from everybody else, be by yourself, and just dive into your music and just let it like wash all over you and wash those bad vibes away, and you're filled with happiness and nostalgia, or however your music makes you feel. That music always makes me feel better. Like last night, I wasn't feeling sad, but for some reason, I just needed some music. So I turned on my favorite songs and just was like, oh, this is wonderful. And the fourth suggestion is to go for a walk in a pretty area that allows you to be in a natural setting, where you can just enjoy nature. And sometimes I think that works because it takes, well, it works for me because it takes my mind, takes me out of what's in my head, all of the bad stuff in my head, and I'm able to focus on like the beautiful things that are in this world. Whether it's a cute little squirrel that looks crazy because it's hyperactive and running everywhere, or like a sunset, or a nice solid tree. I don't know, just looking at nature can take you out of your head and put you someplace nicer and quieter and more peaceful. So, those are my four suggestions about how you might find your happy place again if you're an INFP and you find yourself, feeling a little sad. And like I said, these might not work for everyone, they just work for me. So, if you have other suggestions about how to be happy, when you need to pick me up, please feel free to leave them in the comments or make a video yourself for INFPs. All right, thanks for watching.